Gold nuggets. Okay. Another one of these statues.
Interesting as places go. Seems someone put a lot of thought into its design.
And gargoyles. And gargoyles. Let me save right now. Why can't I save right now? Oh boy. Because of that. Unwanted. You're dead. Can I save right now?
Figured as much.
Yeah. Okay. What is that? Gargoyle paw. Oh, I put the gargoyle paw in it.
Great. Portals. This just keeps getting better.
Oh my god, there's so many! Oh, this is really weird. Complex. Mere-Lachaiselongue? Lachaiselongue?
Must be where Moreau had his lab.
I think so. Yep. This definitely looks like a lab. Parchment, flask, and inkwell. I hear things over there. You hear that? Okay, got things. Yeah, there's noises all over the place. Should be safe, but...
Guessing this man didn't come here willingly.
I guess not. Or maybe he did. Who knows?
Intriguing as machinery goes. But how do I start it up?
I don't think you want to. This looks like a Iron Maiden. Somehow I don't think that's what you need. The so-called giant centipedes, or my only comfort in exile. That sounds like, that's a really interesting title. Megaloscope, or Megascope Crystal. Okay, we're gonna need that. Is that a teleportation device? That Iron Maiden looking thing? Okay, so what about the giant centipedes? That sounds terrifying. Where are they? Not the centipedes, the book. Into bestiary. Oh, wait a minute. There's giant centipedes? It wasn't enough that we had spiders before? Okay. Dearly have I paid for my wrongs, being exiled from the beautiful deserts and steppes of Ophir to this hideous green country, where all the scents and flavors are so intense they make me sick, fill my heart with sorrow and regret. My only comfort seems to be a small colony of scolopendros, or more significantly, scientifically speaking, scolopendromorphs, here referred to as giant centipedes, living in the vicinity of my hut. These wonderful creatures, the sight of which reminds me of home, have most likely chosen this area to settle in because of the presence of shale mars that we have fought before, whose droppings constitute the food of smaller animals, which in turn are consumed by scolopendros. Sometimes I sneak up on them when they are feeding and admire their hooked limbs, mandibles so sturdy they seem made of iron, and chitinous, yeah, thoraces shiny enough to let one to gaze upon one's reflection. This guy, he probably met a pretty early end. There's something up there. See if I can take a shot over there. Ah, it's gonna be hard, most likely.
Crystals. Should mount them in the megascope. Missing 2 crystals.
Okay, we have 1.
Just need to pick an entry.
Huh? What?
Crystal for this entry's missing. Might be somewhere. Should look around.
What is the entry? Oh, this is not a communication device, is it?
The 18th of Yule, year 1102. Today I begin my great life's endeavor.
That's him.
One greater and more significant than any I have thus far undertaken. For it relates to me personally. To myself and my son. When 15 years passed, a beast of the forest assaulted me. A witcher came to my aid, saved my life. I could not know that for said salvation, I would in the end pay by relinquishing any say as to my own son's fate. Had I the skill to turn back time, I would have done so, and perished rather than surrender to the Witchers my only son. But as it was, on the day when Jerome was taken, I swore an oath on my honor that I would recover my son. Today, following years of research and preparation, I have at last devised a device that allows me to study mutations. If the gods in their goodness grant me but a bit of favor, I shall find a way to reverse said mutations and restore Jerome to a normal life.
So, Professor wasn't out to enhance Witcher mutations, wanted to reverse them. Wonder if he managed, and if there's anything in it for me.
Why would you want to? Just get rid of your... stop being an albino, I guess?
Observation 22. Despite applying a surfeit of toxic substances, significantly more than usual, the subject displayed no symptoms of overdosing. I believe this to be an effect of the mutations. Thus, a minor success. This mutation should allow Jerome better to tolerate toxicity.
That'd be an interesting thing. But why would you want to do that for your own objectives? And also, why is this camera angle here? Look at this. We're looking at nothing. For a little while, actually.
Observation number 30. The mutations do not set in at once. Curiously, they do not develop over a span of time. Rather, for a mutation to progress towards completion, the appropriate mutagen must be applied continuously. The subject does not bear this well, but I found a way to make the mutations less taxing, invasive. To the mutagen base, I add the albumin of a mutated giant centipede egg. Stored in a glass terrarium, the eggs do not develop, remain small. The eggs themselves are a sight to behold. Mutated, they are luminescent, emitting a wondrous glow. I can only hope my addition of the albumin will produce no significant side effects. Time will tell.
Yeah, also, that's not experimenting. That's not a good way. I am forced to look at all these entries, though, because there's no way to go back. It's not that I would want to, but...
Years of experiments, research, sacrifice, all for naught. I have failed to achieve my defined objective. Each mutation I applied to my subjects proved ineffective when applied to Jerome. What I meant to cure him of his witcherism, that which I meant to restore to him a normal life, only deepened his mutations, further augmented his speed and strength, rendered him yet more inhuman. It seems my son must remain a witcher forever. I have failed. The time has come to abandon this place. Return home to Lydia. She may yet deign to take me back.
What are you looking at,
The
Geralt?
contraption and mutagens I leave here. Let them wither and crumble. As did my dreams of regaining my son.
So
the professor wanted to reverse the mutation's effects.
yeah, Captain
Ended
Obvious.
up deepening them. Stroke of luck for me. Could profit from his failure.
Yep. But no crystal there.
So, Professor tried to neutralize the effects of Witcher mutations. Only managed to enhance them, though. Used the
guy.
albumins of giant centipede eggs as his mutagen base. Need to go on an egg hunt.
That's not good. That is not good. Okay. So... lesser mutagen...
Must have kept his son in here. Grim.
Yep. I'm sure his son didn't want to stop being a witcher.
We're at the library. Mostly tomes on mutations and genetics.
Let's read that. So... I got 2 new books right now. I got this one. No, I just one. Before embarking on any consideration of the mutation undergone by Witchers, let alone researching them, one should be aware of the specific physiology and biochemistry of these individuals. The transformations they experience during the trial of the grasses, which are widely considered to be irreversible, cause Witchers to become infertile while significantly increasing their physical strength and sharpening their senses. The process also deprive Witchers of emotions and human reflexes, although information about the trial of grasses and other transformations to which young adepts of the Witcher craft are subjected to is strictly protected by Master Witches and Witcher sorcerers. Ludovic Celestine of Banard claims the albumen of gray scolopendromorphs, the strain of giant centipede more commonly found as pale widows, constituted the basis of Witcher mutagens. However, all research confirming this theory has been lost. They don't get stripped of their feelings. That's not a thing. There's a passage over that way. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Fighting centipedes already. Oh, there's a thing on the back.
Intriguing as machinery goes, but how do I start it up?
Let's see if I can find the other thing.
Preserved organs. Hope their donors weren't forced to give them up. Preserved organs. Hope their donors weren't forced to give them up.
Shut up, Geralt. They all died. Oh, this is a portal. Okay. I know how to activate these. Let's go. I guess. I kind of wanted to find the other place, the other thing. Because... Oh. No! Ah! He took me back. Please don't tell me... Don't send me to the same places. Oh, good. Okay, so this is the way out. Come on, Geralt. Get up. Get up. Get going. Oh, and there's the other crystal. Good. 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 So let's try the fourth entry.
This crystal must go here. All
I know.
Crystals in place. Show me what you got.
Yeah, could have told me that before.
Need to pick an entry.
I know. Fourth entry.
Observation 58. Sometimes failure is the catalyst for success. I've discovered a method by which one type of mutagen may be transmuted into another through the addition of certain ingredients. This is a great day for science. In addition, I observed that today's dose of mutagens brought the subject to the brink of death. He then suddenly awoke, revived, his strength renewed. Not wholly, of course, but he did in a sense come back from the edge of death. Whether this is attributable to his mutations or to pure coincidence cannot be ascertained. I must conduct further experiments.
Well,
Seen enough.
I'm not really sure that helped in any way, but apparently mutagens can be transformed into other mutagens. Let's hunt them some centipedes. Lovely. Lovely. My favorites. Not really.
Mom's awake and she's not in a good mood.
Oh my god. Okay, so they come out of the ground. Oh, it's just these. That's not too bad. Just a single one as well. Oh, you got ranged attacks, do you now?
Another one.
Oh, that Gwen. There's another one. Wait a minute, he mentioned that. Oh, that's the attack that it was doing before. Okay. So, that's that attack. That's a kill. Could have done that before. And there are the eggs. And these are already mutated. Okay. Well, we got the eggs. That's all we need. And it's the other passage that I saw before. Okay, so... right there, break everything, because Geralt doesn't have any concern for property. Take a little bit of damage there. And, I think we're gonna activate this machine. I do wonder if there's something on the... or somebody inside. Get undressed and activate Moreau's contraption. Well, do I really need to get undressed? Because I would rather not. But if I need to, I mean, let's do it. Okay.
No point going in wearing full gear. Gotta drop my armor, leave my weapons.
Well, you didn't say anything about the weapons. There we go.
Professor's mutagens might work on me as they did on his son. Well, time to find out.
Geralt's crazy. I would never do this if I were him. Might as well kill him. I know it's not gonna kill him, but... Toxicity is high. No comments? No comments, I guess. Still has the same scars. Everything seems to be the same, so... I guess, yeah. There we go. Let's leave. Yep. Just leave through here. Absolutely no comments. Meet Regis... No. Completed the quest. Huh. And we leveled up. Okay. So this is where Regis wants us to meet him. There's also a dungeon over there, but I don't think that's that. There's a lot of grave robbing going on around here. That's a kill. Beautiful. And there's a ghoul over here. What's you guys popping out of? Get back. Kill him already. That's a kill. Okay, well, I guess it's the cemetery, so it makes sense. But I do want to go back up to the church, because that's what I was gonna say. Up in the church, they there's something going on. Yeah, well, we're not gonna have time. It's still early. It's still not midnight, but I don't think we're gonna have time to do that. So this is where he wants us to meet.
Regis!
Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be. Gotta be another way in around here.
Yeah, I figured. It's down there. It's the other cave. It's gotta be. It's got red things down there. Yeah. Oh. I think we're going down.
Show me what you got.
It's just a KIKIMORE. We haven't actually fought KIKIMOREs before, have we? Why do we have spider webs?
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Well, he might have some way, but we...
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
The hand. That's right. We have his hand.
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
I think she might have been sent there. It's his. It's his, right? I didn't notice the ring.
It's Detlef's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I, in turn, gave it to Detlef. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Yeah, Geralt carries around that hand in his back pocket, a hand that's still alive and does things like this. I mentioned this when we picked it up. It's weird, but yeah.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at KIKIMORE, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Yeah,
Any
sure.
chance we might see what Detlef was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Detlef's hideout.
Yeah, because probably would have worked before even... I mean, he had a hand for a long while, so I guess, you know, it's magic. It's all they say, oh, it's magic. Yep.
Can't you just summon Detlef? You're both higher vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Detlef. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Don't worry. But it's interesting that he's telling me that. I wonder if we're gonna meet this evil, or I suppose it's evil, but I mean, lava hurts, so it's evil.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Detlef's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
This is something I really love about Witchers. They know their stuff. Geralt knows his stuff. That's really awesome. That really, because they're geeks. That's the truth of it. You see that thing is still groping. At least it's in the back pocket. It's better in the back pocket than in the front one. Oh.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would, with all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Why not?
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Oh, that's a question. Okay. I think this one is a little bit more playful. Let's go with that.
Everyone's got some secret.
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe it wise at times to share one's secrets, unburden oneself to those one can trust.
This your sophisticated way of asking me if I trust you?
I prefer almost always to ask indirectly. It seems a test of intelligence, one you just passed.
Maybe you should go first. Reveal one of your secrets. After all, you vampires lead very interesting lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
That was, I don't know, I think that was really well written. Immediately as he said the sentence, before Geralt asked if it was his polite way or his roundabout way of asking us if we trust him, immediately as he said that, I realized, do I trust this guy? I think we have to. No, wait a minute. Okay, so I think Geralt does trust him on a fundamental level. Not on a fundamental level, that's not the word. On, you know, on principle, that's the one. On principle, Geralt trusts him. But if you look at it objectively, there's actually a couple of things that happened here that don't really match what you'd expect. He's a really interesting character, so that's a reason for us to trust him. And so it's an open door for the game to try and make him betray us later on. The other thing is how he's actually been very secretive and very manipulative. Well, not very manipulative, but he's been a little bit. He's got his own way of approaching things since we first met him last stream. Yeah. We'll see how it plays, but I'm not gonna trust him. Not on principle, anyway. I don't. He's got a very nice voice. So let's ask this stuff.